Today, we finally got the set images for the next wave of LEGO Star Wars sets, which are technically considered a summer wave, but with all the production issues and factory closures due to the pandemic, all known sets will be releasing on September 1st, so basically, I'd now consider them to be a fall wave. First things first though, I personally believe that this is one of the better waves that we've gotten within the past few years. It still fascinates me with all of the recent news in regard to the Skywalker Saga that it's really been surrounding the unlockable codes for the game. The purpose of this video is really geared towards talking about the codes in general and how they'll transfer to the game in universe, but if you want to see a more in-depth video and breakdown of all the sets, there's a lot of great LEGO Star Wars channels out there with videos covering that. This video will also cover the fact that there's now 4 different styles of promotional images for the game on the boxes, and I'll be discussing how they all differ, if in fact they do. Theoretically, let's say that the Skywalker Saga does in fact release on Tuesday, October 20th. That means the sets will be available for roughly a month and a half before you'll be able to transfer those unlockable codes into the game. I still find it somewhat curious that we'll be potentially receiving 2 big Star Wars games in the same month, let alone in the same year, but of course the Skywalker Saga is stated to be a larger game overall than the recently revealed Star Wars Squadrons from EA. I'm still hoping that we'll get the next Skywalker Saga update by the end of this month, but we've also learned that Warner Bros. Is having a DC event in August, so we could be waiting until that point as well. From what I understand about the event though, WB Games is supposed to reveal some new games and information, but the overall event seems very DC orientated, so the Skywalker Saga would probably seem out of place considering the event as a whole. I'm going to assume that everything for the game would be revealed at least 3 months before its release, whenever that may be. This, of course, is not the topic of this video, but I thought I'd give everyone a quick update on potential news as well. Even though it's very odd that we've learned more information about the Skywalker Saga from LEGO sets instead of TT games recently, I think the set reveals gave us some reassurance and good news when it comes to the unlockable codes and further expandable content. Going down the sets revealed as of now in order by set number, the first set we'll be taking a look at is set 75279, the Advent Calendar for 2020. I think this is one of the best Advent calendars from within the past few years, as we finally get a couple exclusive minifigs besides just throwing a Santa hat on like BB-8 in this set, as well as an overall cheaper way to get some of the more expensive figures. What we really want to take a look at though here is what's on the front of the box, which is kind of weird because most of this promotional images is on the back of the box. Anyway, it's a new promo image for the Skywalker Saga, and by finding the 7-letter code, we'll get access to a special character in the game. This very well could be one of the exclusive minifigs in this set, and if it happens to be the case, my guess would be for the holiday sweater Darth Vader, but it really could be anything. The next set going down the list is 75280, 501st Legion Clone Troopers, which is basically a glorified expansion of a battle pack, and this is one that we've known about for a while now, as it was revealed around the same time as the Razor Crest set, and there's not too much to note here as the box does feature the basic promotional image for the game, and even though this is probably aimed at being a Clone Wars set, I think we'll get these figures during Order 66, maybe not the 501st Jet Trooper, but overall there's nothing new to unlock here. The next set is 75281, Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. This is definitely a set that will be a part of the base game and should come as no surprise to anyone. There's the standard promo code once again, as what's basically on most of these sets, but the one thing that does bother me with this set, and basically Wave in general, is that LEGO was lazy and decided not to give us a new torso for either Anakin or Obi-Wan, as it's reused from the Duel on Mustafar set, which doesn't make any sense in terms of basically where these figures are in terms of the periods in which the sets are released. But everyone feels my frustration, so there's no need to go into that. Skipping one set number, the next set is 75283, the Armored Assault Tank, or as everyone calls it, the AAT. This is a set that seems to be a fan favorite because of the inclusion of Sokka and her variant of the 332nd Trooper. Now, there's no question that the AAT will be part of the base game, as we do first see it in the Phantom Menace, although the color scheme varies a little bit. And this is a set much like Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, but this set to me feels a lot more like a DLC for the Clone Wars in the game. Personally, I don't think Ahsoka will be in the base game, as she wasn't featured in any of the main 9 Skywalker Saga films, even though she is canon. Let me know if you think Ahsoka will be in the game at launch though. There's always a possibility that she'll be an unlockable character already in the game, but I have my doubts that we won't see her until future DLCs or potential expandable content gets released. The next set is going to be 75284, the Knights of Ren transport ship, or the Night Buzzard. There's not really much to say about this set as we get the standard promo once again, and of course it would be in the base game as it is featured numerous times throughout the Rise of Skywalker. It's great to see that we finally get the last of the Knights of Ren, but that shouldn't come as a surprise either because LEGO probably need to make the figures anyway as they'll be included in the game, and more than likely purchasable or either unlocked after the battle with Ben Solo towards the end of Episode 9. The next set kind of falls in between two sets where we just don't have the information for, and that is 75286, General Grievous's Starfighter. This is another Clone Wars era set that was also expected to be in the base game. This set is highly overpriced at $80, but there's nothing much else to say in terms of its relation to the Skywalker Saga because it's in Episode 3, therefore it's going to be in the game. Like I said, skipping a set number, the next set is 75288, the AT-AT, or AT-AT, whatever you prefer to call it. This is another set that we've covered before in previous videos with the exact same promo image as the last, but it's a 40th anniversary set for The Empire Strikes Back, so nothing to complain about here, and of course it will be in the base game as well during the Battle of Hoth and is also featured on the official key art or cover image. The next set is very interesting as it is 75291, Death Star Final Duel. Now, this set is definitely one that not a lot of people were expecting, including myself, as we did just get one a few years ago, but overall there's a few very noticeable changes in both the set itself, but more importantly, the minifigures. This set will have a new design for Darth Vader that is absolutely gorgeous and is as Darth Vader should be. It also appears to be the same figure that we saw in the last Skywalker Saga trailer late last year. Because this new figure will have arm printing, it somewhat debunks my speculation or hope that the exclusive minifig for the Skywalker Saga will be a fully printed Darth Vader. Now that this figure has been revealed, it only piques my interest once more about what we could receive for that figure, since Darth Vader is at the heart of the Skywalker Saga. I don't know, maybe I'll make another video down the road talking about this, or I might just wait until it gets revealed later in the year. We also get a new promo code that will unlock a special character, but differs from the Advent Calendar promo as it doesn't mention the 7-letter code, although I'd imagine that they're very similar. The next set is 75292, the Razor Crest, also a set that we've known about for a while now, and sparked the whole debate and rumor chain about the secret unlockable codes for the game. Of course, nothing new has changed with the set, so let's finish this list off on the last reveal. 75293 Resistance ITS Transport is based on a vehicle found at Galaxy's Edge, but this set also has the same promotional image as the Razor Crest. This is one set that doesn't really interest myself as much as the others, so if I had to do without one vehicle in game, this might be it. But let's talk about what these new codes mean for the game though. Now that most of the 2020 sets have been revealed, we have a pretty solid glimpse into what sets will have unlockable content for the Skywalker Saga. There are of course a few sets that we still don't know about, the main one being the Fall UCS set, which is rumored now to be a new Imperial shuttle, so we could potentially expect something with that, although it is more unlikely due to the fact that it is targeted as a collector set. There's also the fact that the vehicle will already be included in the base game, so we would probably see another one of those play it in the Skywalker Saga promotional images. Speaking of the promotional images, we now have a total of 4 different images promoting the game across all of the box art. As you can see from this image, we have the top 2, which we've known about for a while now, but we also have 2 new ones on the bottom, stating that we'll get a special character through the code. I'm fairly certain now that these codes will be the exact same as in previous LEGO games that are standard and non-exclusive. I'd imagine that these will be very similar to the former cheat codes in previous LEGO games, and I think that these codes are meant to replace those. The only code I'm still questioning about is for the Razor Crest, but if all the other codes aren't unique, that leads me to believe that the code for that won't be as well, which is very reassuring news to say the least. Let me know down below what you think about the new wave of these LEGO Star Wars sets and how you're feeling about the codes in general, having learned this new information. Please consider subscribing to the channel to stay up to date on everything related to the Skywalker Saga, and check out my video this Saturday, June 20th, for my thoughts on the potential sale of TT Games, and if that will impact the Skywalker Saga in any way. I think I covered everything that I needed to in this video, so thanks for watching everyone, hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next update.